everyone. My name is Michaela Adams. I was the co-technical lead for the Center for Threat Informed Defense Summiting the Pyramid project. I'm here with David Bianco, who is a staff security specialist at Surge, and also the creator for the Pyramid of Pain. So David, could you give a quick overview of what the Pyramid of Pain is and how you envision it being used by the security community?
Sure. Yeah, it's a model I created back in 2013 that just tries to give some guidance on how to turn what we usually think of as a purely reactive incident detection and response organization into more of a proactive offense to cause the threat actors to expend more resources to do their jobs. It's basically, that's why we call it the Pyramid of Pain. It's the pain that we can bring to them because it has a bunch of different common types of IOCs or indicators of compromise. And it ranks them basically on if you are able to detect and respond to a specific indicator type or a specific indicator, how much pain they will have to go through to replace that indicator that you now know about. I won't go to the full details here, but the bottom is like hash values, which are super easy for them to change and sometimes even get changed by accident because one byte will change the entire static hash value. And at the top is behaviors, which are extremely difficult to change. And even if you manage to change one, your habits and your learning and your education and things like that, changing multiple of those is extremely hard. And so the pyramid tries to take the classes of indicators basically and give you some guidance about which parts you should spend time automating and less time with humans, and which types near the top of the pyramid that you should maybe spend more time with the human piece, especially with like threat hunting through behaviors or things like that. So.
Yeah, and we have utilized the Pyramid of Pain in so many different contexts. And I think for us at the Center for Threat Informed Defense, we were trying to take it into a new direction and build onto it with how to ensure that analytics match up against the Pyramid of Pain. And that's how Summiting the Pyramid was born. And we were able to take analytics inspired by the Pyramid of Pain. We made our new model, and we were able to score analytics based off of those different classes of categories, like you mentioned, being with IOCs towards the bottom of that model, up all the way up to tools and then implementations of a technique, and up to catching like all instances of that technique. And also looking at a different form of cost to an adversary through how difficult it is for adversaries to evade sensors, like through application, user mode, and kernel mode. So being able to utilize the Pyramid of Pain in that context to measure the robustness of analytics and how difficult it is for an adversary to evade those analytics and ensure that it's very costly for an adversary to employ their attacks and their implementations through a campaign. So I guess with all of that, I'm just wondering what your thoughts are and like how you see this moving forward in the context of Summiting the Pyramid.
I have a lot of thoughts, and the first thought is it is incredibly humbling to have your MITRE project based on work that I did and just originally published on my personal blog. So I feel really lucky that the pyramid has had that much impact across the whole cybersecurity space. When I published the pyramid, I had this idea that some things were more impactful than others, but I wasn't really able to measure that impact. And as they say, if you can't measure it, then you can't improve against it. And so I really do like the idea of some follow-up work basically that says, okay, now we have this pyramid, we have the goal to increase the threat actors' cost of action against us. And now we're beginning to have a way that we could actually measure how much the detections or the analytics that we put out there will further our goal. And then like we were talking about it earlier off camera, it's nice because it's first of all metrics for success, so that you can see, you can mark how much progress you've made toward your goal. But also it's nice for prioritization because we have limited resources, and you may have several things that your detection engineers or your threat hunters or your data scientists could be working on. And how do you know which ones will give you the biggest return on that effort investment? And being able to score them with something like the metrics that you're creating in the Summiting the Pyramid project will help address that directly. So I think it stands to make a lot of security teams and a lot of security programs much more efficient and effective.
Now we're definitely looking forward to see how the community reacts to the work we put out there, and hopefully it'll also inform us moving forward with new research, how we can continue to improve that and make it more usable for everyone out there. So thank you so much. If you're wanting to learn more about Summiting the Pyramid, please visit the Center for Threat Informed Defense website and be sure to look up Summiting the Pyramid. So thank you.